And Membit is my company, and it is a augmented reality storytelling platform. And so we created a system that we call the human positioning system. And this is something we actually have a patent on, where we use a photograph. The user sees the photograph at transparency against the camera feed. The user moves that photograph they move the phone and they move themselves into position so that they're seeing that same point of view. And then they hit a button. And once we've done that, we now have the precise location and orientation of the phone in space. It's simply taking advantage of the fact that every photograph is also a record of a precise orientation and location in space. I wanted to build this system to be able to create precision, because precision enables creation of meaning.
Right.
It's not just that Martin Luther King Jr. was somewhere around here. He was right there. That's right where he was, and actually that's why, the concept of a pilgrimage exists in every culture in the world. And it's because it's a deep human need. You want to visit the place where something important happened. Right. And people even want to visit the place where something didn't happen, but they imagine that it happened, right? People go on tours of movie locations. Right? Because they want to see the place where that important
where
scene
that happened. Yeah.
Right? And it's like, and it's not just that like some actors happen to be standing there. It's because they're interested in the story, and they're interested in the scene and what happened to the characters in the story, and it happened in this place. Way that marketing will function in immersive tech is that the content is the ad. That's how it's going to work, right? It's going to be, you're doing something fun. It's fun for its own reasons. You're having a good time, and also it's got some branded message. The museum is everywhere. Take the museum out, take the knowledge and the expertise that are in the museum, and you spread that out across the city.
Right.
And you go into the world, and you go see things, and you hear or you see information that's presented to you by the museum, and they're telling you about something and giving you insights that you wouldn't have had otherwise. Right. And I think that's a fantastic use case for any kind of a cultural institution, school, basically spread the knowledge.
Right.
In the world. The world is your textbook now. It is an inherent problem in geolocative augmented reality that it doesn't, it's like not meant to be seen anywhere. It's meant to be seen in a certain place. So that limits the audience necessarily. What I'm convinced of, though, is that can be overcome by letting people have a remote experience and actually connecting that remote experience to the live experience.
Right.
So I might be in a place looking at something in augmented reality, and if you could experience it too where you are, and we can talk to each other. I actually think that AR will always be bigger than VR. Because I just think we are embodied beings. We exist in the real place where we exist, and I think we want to be where we are. We don't want, not always. And you might, of course, you're going to have fun going and being in some completely other place. But I don't think you want to do that all the time. I feel like, if we flash forward 10 years from now, we're going to see people are doing VR, maybe VR is replacing watching a movie or playing a video game after work, and then AR is going to be all day, every day, all the time for everything. Right. Like AR will just be how we use computers. What we need is a way to do digital collectibles that protects artist rights, protects collectors' rights, and that ideally doesn't cost a fortune to participate in. So you don't have to buy a bunch of somebody's tokens to participate. And I want to make it so that Membits themselves can be bought and sold, because I think that could be very interesting for people. So an image, and what you would be buying or selling would be the image in that place, created at a certain time. So it's when did you make it, and then what's there, and where is it exactly? And that whole thing, I want to make that something that you can buy and sell. Whether I make that something that you can buy and sell on a blockchain, I'm still trying to decide. You get on a video call with a Steinway salesperson, and then they walk you through the process of seeing the piano in your room, and they can talk to you about it, and they can show you different models.
Right.
And so because it's that combination of high tech but high touch, it's the same kind of Steinway service that you are going to expect, but brought to you through a digital means. So I imagine a future where you might go to the same plaza and there might be, Nike's version of it, and there might be a historical society's version of it. There might be a political group's version of it, where they're like they're making a point about, what's wrong with this plaza and we should change this or change that, whatever.